All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Our next guest is from Wynn Home Inspections. His name is Bert Welsh. Let's go ahead and bring him on in, Billy.
Got it.
All righty. Bert, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing fine, Chuck. How are you doing?
Nice to see you. Now,
right.
You came in today and you looked at me and you said, Chuck? I said, yeah, Bert. You go, homes kill. I went, wait, what do you mean? So what do you mean?
Homes do kill. There can be things that we find things every day in houses that could kill you. Health and safety issues. In fact, if you're going to get a VA or an FHA loan, they will not give you the loan if we call out any health and safety issues.
Well, what kind of health and safety issues are you talking about? I mean, it's just a house.
Well, you've heard, I guess one of the big ones that's in the news all the time is the carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
And what can create that in a normal house?
Any gas appliance. If it's a leak, your furnace, your water heater, gas stove, if there's just a slight leak, it's a silent killer because you can't smell it.
And that's a leak on the exhaust, right? Not on what's burning, actually. Not on the gas coming in. It's the burnt gas going out, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that would be like on the top of the water heater, the stove pipe thing, right?
Or the gas line. It could be a leak in the gas line itself, coming from the meter to the appliance.
And these kind of things, they don't have a real odor to them, right?
No, you can't smell it. And there's a law now. It was passed in, I think, 2011. You have to have a carbon monoxide detector in a house before you can sell it now.
Wow.
Just because of that.
Now, what kind of percentage of homes have these type of leaks going on? Because they can be really small and, really not that deadly, but after time or as they get bigger, it can be really deadly, right?
Right. I think I've had maybe, in the course of 1,500 inspections, maybe 3 times where we actually smelled gas in a house, and then we call PG&E, and they come out and do a test and check it out. We see tons of water heater flue pipes that have fallen out of the pipes are loose,
right?
And so it's venting into the garage,
right. So dangerous. Can that lead to some type of explosion?
I guess it could, but there's no flame involved there, so probably not.
What other kinds of dangerous things are you finding around homes?
Here's one that most people wouldn't think about. It's called a tip plate. In the kitchen, you have a freestanding stove. When they install those stoves, they're supposed to tie them to the back of the wall so that if the oven door is down and you got a 25-pound turkey and a kid comes and pushes down on the door, there's been a few kids injured with the whole stove coming over.
Wow, I didn't know that. And I've had a few homes with stoves like that, and I'm really sure that they weren't attached to the wall.
Yeah, we grab them and pull them forward. If it doesn't, the guys that install them, they know that nobody's going to look back there. They chuck it. We find them.
They just throw it right in there as fast as in and out, right?
Exactly. So that's one. Another one is the garage. The garage is built to be a fire barrier because most fires start in the garage, and it's not the fire that kills you, it's the fumes and the gasoline and bug sprays and all that stuff you got. So when they build the houses, they build them with the wall that's between the garage and the house is a solid wall that goes all the way up, and it's supposed to hold back a fire 1 hour. It's called a 1-hour firewall.
Well, wait a minute. Not the home I live in now, but the home I lived in before had a common wall with the garage, and it was actually, it wasn't a solid wall. It was frame and stucco.
Frame and, well...
Would that be a solid wall?
What year was the house?
Oh, gosh, it was built in the 50s or so.
Oh, well, everything went then. I mean, it was, when we see that was before standards. But, we see them where people cut holes in that wall to get further into the attic to put can lights. Most of the problems we find are done by the homeowner. Wow. They want to put can lights in. There's walls in the way, so they cut a hole in it, and now it's a firewall. Same thing with the pull-down stairs in the garage.
Mm-hmm. I have
those. That's a no-no. Once you cut a hole in that ceiling, you've breached the firewall. So if you get a fire, it's going to go up, and then what happens is it's like a flue. It goes right through, right through the ceiling.
Wow.
And that's the reason you don't want those. But, I tell people, and they'll go, I want the storage.
Wow.
You know, so it's and you can buy doors that are fireproof. They're more expensive, so we don't see too many of those.
Okay.
And the same way with the door that leads from the house into the garage. That's supposed to be a solid core door. It's got to be completely weather stripped with a strip at the bottom. And it's got to have a spring-loaded door. And what most people do, they go, man, I'm tired of this door hitting me in the butt every time I go in the garage.
Right.
So they take the
spring
pin
out,
out.
right?
Oh, they take the pin out. So, you know, that's a common we find. Let's see, garage doors.
Like the front, the roll-up or lift-up door?
Yeah, they're not, a lot of them aren't adjusted correctly. It's supposed to, you have a primary and a secondary sensor on it. The unit itself has a sensor, so as the door is coming down, if you grab it, it hits a certain amount of pressure, it's supposed to go back up automatically.
Right.
And that's usually not adjusted correctly. And then they have the secondary ones, which are the sensors. So if you break the sensor, it goes back up.
Right.
And a lot of those are, I mean, it's supposed to be 6 inches from the floor. We found them up this high.
Oh, no.
You know, yeah, so those are things we find real common. Or a closet door in the bedrooms. The guys whenever you have guys put new carpet in, go behind them, because it's the track, it's the lower track for the sliding doors.
Right.
When you slide
It's
them.
always gone.
Oh, they chuck those, yeah.
And the
they're
thing's
just
swinging back and forth.
kids just, you know, that's
Coming off the track.
Oh, a great thing. The kids just love them. So yeah, those things we probably call out every week, almost every house we see. So those are the kinds of things. Yeah, an average person, you're in a house, you don't realize it, but it can kill you.
Now, if people are going to be buying or selling a house, they don't have to go with the inspection that the realtor or mortgage or whoever sets up. They can get their own inspection done, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And they can call you.
Yeah, it's strictly up to them. We do a good job, so we do get a lot of referrals from realtors. They do refer us out quite a bit. Another one is gas log fireplaces, especially if you've adapted, if you had a wood, and then you go and you have gas run to the fireplace, and then you buy gas logs. People don't realize you need to render the damper inoperable. Because what happens if somebody goes, man, there's a draft in here, and they close that damper, and the next guy comes in and goes, I want a fire tonight, you know? And yeah, then, you know, he come in and he's laid out. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Bert Welsh, right there. Your phone number is on the screen. Tell the people how they can get a hold of you.
You can Google Win Home Inspection Fig Garden or call me at 977-8856, and I live with my phone, so we'll get back to you right away.